Alright, hello again everybody. This is Derek and I'm coming back at you with another Wargaming miniature video. In today's video we're going to continue on with my store news updates. What we do is we try to do a weekly update and let you know like what I'm working on, what I got in and stuff like that. Now this is going to be a little bit shorter because I did the last one in the midweek and this is now just back on schedule. So it's been a short period between the last video and this video. But as you can see, I'm still wearing fingertips trying to protect the blisters that I've got on my fingers. I finished the Macedonian cavalry, which basically completed my Macedonians, except for elephants, you know, and maybe a couple of slingers and javelin men here and there just to flesh out the units, because I have 8 figure units or 8 base units when I need 9. Because the packs come in 16, so that makes an 8 base unit, which I just needed a few extras. Okay, so that's with pretty much all my units that need 9 bases and skirmishers. Okay, so I still haven't received my camps from either Boetta or Cromarty yet. I'm going to actually have to send an email to Plastic Soldier to find out what's going on with Cromarty, because I've been waiting for them for about a month now, and they haven't notified me that they've shipped them. So I think that might have slipped between the cracks. So we'll figure that out. I'm working on my table. You don't see it, but on my table I'm working on a commission World War II tanks. This is a Flames of War model kits. There are a couple of dozen tanks. It's taking some time to put them together. Once I get them put together, and then I'm going to start working on his infantry. Once I get all that put together, then we'll start painting it, and that commission will be finished. I'm going kind of slow. I'm not just diving into it and just spending 8 hours a day on this because of my blisters. I'm kind of giving my blisters an opportunity to heal. So I'm working on those fairly slowly. Okay, so that's what I'm working on, World War II commission. What I finished was the Macedonian Cab, as I already spoke about last week, but nothing really new that I finished. I'm looking at my notes here. We got our Meg rulebooks are in. Okay, so product, right? I've added some Old Glory Mid-Republican Romans to my eBay store, and I've also added some Gaelic and some Numidians. So if you're interested in those, check those out on my eBay store. Those are all brand new in the bag, Old Glory. What else? Supplies. Let me look around. Just at my general stuff. No supplies. Didn't get any supplies in. Product. The Old Glory stuff. Oh, I have some bases that I want that I haven't done it yet. I might do it today, where I'm going to rebag them. They come in bags of 100, and I'm going to break that down. Maybe 4 bags of 25 or 5 bags of 20 or something, because those numbers don't equate to actual units or, you know, a need. Those are just decimal. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look through my units. Maybe 9 bases counts as a unit, so 2 of those, maybe 18. Some units are 8, so maybe 16. I don't know. Somewhere in that neighborhood is where I'm going to put, I'm going to bag them up. Maybe I'll bag them up in different quantities, like you can get them at 18, or you can get them at 16, or you can get them at whatever. Yeah, 18 for 9, 16 for 8. Those are 2 units each. So I have got some cavalry bases too, but I'm not planning on uh, selling those, or I should say, yeah, I'm not planning on selling those. Those I'm going to keep for myself. So the 20 by 40s I'll put up on the store probably today. I'm going to go through it. Um, I did put up the decals; those have already started to sell. Um, what else? What else? What else? What else? Finally got the card sleeves on there. Those are for sale. Um, and that's pretty much it. Nothing's really, no big major changes or anything like that. So when we go into news, this is very important. News, we've been tracking this for the last couple of months, so like July 1st or something like that. Uh, it's Labor Day, first of all. Happy Labor Day to everybody. If you celebrate Labor Day, uh, I'm glad you're watching this video, on your Labor Day when you could be out celebrating it with your family or whatever. So, Labor Day, no shipments are going to go out until Tuesday, but that's okay. That's everybody would expect that. Um, okay, news. The Old Glory site is now up. Okay, so if you are interested in checking out the Old Glory site, it looks good. It does look good. It's got good graphics. It's got uh, little chapters where you can like read up about Old Glory and the 19th century miniatures and all their cool stuff. But I'm gonna tell you, I'm a critic. I'm a big critic. First of all, I don't remember if I had an account with the old site. I thought I did. I thought I had to log in and it would save my mailing address and all that. I can't log into the new site, right? Okay. I don't really care. All it saved was all of my orders, invoices, which is kind of important, but they usually email those to me anyway. But I like to have them all in one location. Like I can just log into the website and go to their invoices and check that out. So, but I figured, okay, I could just start a whole new. They're redoing their website. I'll just start a new account. There's no way to create an account. They've got the account button. You click on it. It says log in or forgot password. That's it. And I said, okay, forgot password. And it said, your email doesn't exist. So they must not have transferred the account information over. And there's no button to create an account. Because I don't mind creating a new account. I don't mind starting from scratch. I don't have any problem with that. But it's just not an option. So I just recently put an order in for some minor things. Mainly some elephants and some Germans to get the Germans fleshed out, and late Republican Romans, legionaries. I have about 100 figures. That's not enough to do 10 legions, right? 10 legions needs somewhere around 80 plus bases, and each one of those has either 4 or 3 figures on it because they are flexible. So you're looking at 7 for every 2 bases. So 40 times 7, whatever that is how many figures you need. Well over 200 something. So almost my math comes out to about 304 or something, whatever it was, because there's also the 10th Legion, and I think it says 90 plus the 10th Legion. I don't remember. No, it must be 80 plus the 10th Legion. So that's 88 bases. But plus I've got the generals I already have, and the legionaries I have about 100. Cav I can use my mid-Republican Roman cav, so I don't need any more cav. But javelin men, uh, archers, and slingers, I don't really need a whole lot of those either, because I've got a lot of that. Numidian cavalry I already have, so really it's only the legionaries. So I ordered a bunch of legionaries. But I also ordered a few like Germanic archers and slingers and javelin men just to flesh out the skirmishers that I need for those guys. Right. So I'm still waiting for the camps to come in, which means I'm still waiting to do to finish the Meg boot camp, because I want to have a camp on the table when I do it. Plus, we're real close to finishing the Meg boot camp. I only got like 2 or 3 more videos. And so once those are finished, I want to have a couple armies on the table, which I could do. I could do as a Magnus army. I could do mid-Republicans and Germanics as Magnus. But what I want to do is I want to have, plus I have a Maximus Macedonian army. But what I'd like to do is actually Marian Romans against Germans, like Caesar in Gaul kind of thing. You know, like 50 or was it 60 BC? Yeah. Yeah, so that's basically it, right? So let's recap real quick. We got supplies. Don't really have any supplies. Finished. Didn't finish anything this week other than I put some tanks together. Right? I'm still putting tanks together. What am I working on? A World War II commission for one of my customers. I have a number of World War II commissions, and I'm only going to do one at a time, right? So I'm doing this gentleman's Flames of War that he's got. I've got, which is basically a box set of Germans and Russians. So I'm going to knock all those out. And then I also have SS, British, and American. And I also have French Napoleonics. And I have Polish Napoleonics. So I've got quite a bit to do. So I'll be knocking, alternating armies as I go. Product, I got in. I have bases. I need to bag them up. I'll be putting them up probably today. The Old Glory, I put up some mid-Republican Romans, both Principes, Hastati, Velites, cavalry, the Gaelic, Numidians. Yeah, so I got a bunch of stuff on there right now if you want to go check that out. Plus I have previous stuff like Macedonian phalangites and stuff like that. Or I should say foot companions. Yeah, that's it for product. I haven't really got in a lot of orders this week. And plus it's only been since Wednesday since I did the last video. News-wise, the Old Glory is up. Okay, let me talk a little bit about Old Glory before I finish this video, because this video is going pretty quick, actually. The website looks good, but it is incomplete, so don't judge them. Okay, they need to get in, because right now they, hypothetically, this is the problem that I ran into. I click on Old Glory, and then I click on Ancients, and there's only 2 categories, subcategories. There's DBA Camps and DBA Medievals and Dark Ages, right? And we know there's a whole slew of Ancients. But if you just click on Ancients and not go to a subcategory, they will all populate. It's like 37 pages or something like that. it's in alphabetical order, um, but it's not, because I'll click down until I get to cavalry, and that's all it says. It just says cavalry. What the hell does that mean? Right? And there's like 20 listings of cavalry. So when you click on the cavalry, it'll come up and tell you what the part number is and what army it belongs with, right? In the URL basically. So when you click it, it'll say RR05 or something like this, and it'll say late Republican Roman cavalry, and then so you have to basically don't just. I mean, you can look at the pictures too. That'll help. But I've noticed that it's only about 75% of the pictures are on there. Some of them are no pictures, which that's fine. But so if you go to battle groups, because that's another thing, if you go to battle groups, then it'll give you a long list of different Field of Glory books that those battle groups were designed for. And so if you know where your army falls into what book, which you might or might not, but if you do, like I know it's Rise of Rome, Immortal Fire, Storm of Arrows, those are the ones that I need. So I click Rise of Rome and it shows uh, all the different armies that are in the book Rise of Rome. Click that and then it'll only display the battle groups that are for that army, which is great. But the way they do their bags, they have just ancient bags, which you're looking at like maybe 24 skirmisher figures, something like that. But if you click on the battle group, you might get exactly 16. If you click the foot troops on their Old Glory, you might get 48 models. But if you click the battle group, you might get more specifically like 32 or 48 or whatever. So you need to kind of understand that they have two types of bags. So they got the Field of Glory battle groups, and then they've got the Old Glory Ancients. And they have different quantities in them. Same models, just packaged differently. So you got to figure that out. They also have armies. You can get a whole army, which I'm glad that the armies are, everything that you get in the army is listed. I don't remember that being the case before. So it really does look good, but they got to work out the categories. They got to move some stuff around or maybe make some new headings or whatever. Another critique I have is there's only 2 columns, right? So when you're looking through the figures, you've got the left column, which on your screen would be over here. You got your left column, which has all the titles like Macedonian, Germans, Romans, Greek, whatever, right? And then over here, you got 2 columns of the figures, and these thumbnails and titles are this big on the screen. So you're only getting like 6 figures, 6 different packs on the screen at any one time. I wish they would half that and make it 3 columns of like 4 or 5, because then you'd get 15 on the screen and it would be less pages that I would have to cycle through, because 34 pages trying to find the right, because like they might have one listing of Balearic slingers, because some of the titles are actually complete, like Balearic slingers, and it would be in the B category, because remember, everything's alphabetized. But then there's other slingers, like Rhodian slingers. Might not say Rhodian slinger. It might just say slinger. So you go all the way down to S, and you got to find, and there's a bunch of slingers on there, and then there might be Cretan archers, and then there's just archers, and then so archers are in A, and then armored archers are in A, and then armored cavalry is in A, but regular cavalry is in C. Yeah, it's a disaster, and they know it because they put that out in Facebook that GoDaddy, the one that was working it, mixed up all their categories and stuff. But I'm happy that they at least turned on the switch so that you can access it. Okay, they're having a sale all the way to the 17th. If you're interested in picking up a bulk amount, like over $100 worth, you can get 30% off. It's called Labor 100 or something like that. You can see it on their website. When you, maybe you can't, maybe you have to be on the email list, but either way, when you try to use your coupon, well, at least me, when I tried to use my coupon, it said that coupon doesn't exist. So I went back to the email where they gave me the coupon, and it said at the bottom, if this coupon doesn't work, just place the order and ask for an invoice in the comments, and we'll email you or we'll PayPal you an invoice, and then you can just pay through PayPal, which that's perfect. That's what I would do anyway. So, but it just is an extra step. And with Labor Day, I expect it probably to take an extra day or two. And plus, with the website being down and then finally now it's up, I don't know if they're getting a ton of orders. Hopefully they are. Hopefully they're getting a bunch of orders because I love Old Glory and I want them to succeed. Okay, guys, I will see you next week. This week there should be a live show, maybe Tuesday. Wargaming Weekly, I hope. All right. Catch you next time.